Just a few days ago, maybe 2, maybe 3, William Ruto was in Nairobi, and something that we have not seen for a long time happened. He was booed.
Aya, hebu tuelewane. Mimi nataka tuelewane. Siasa hii ya makelele mimi sitaki.
By the way, I'm told the people who usually hire crowds for the president that evening had a very hard time explaining what had happened. Now, if it were any other president, this would have scared him. But this is William Ruto.
Ninyi vijana, sikizeni vizuri. Hamuwezi kutisha serikali ya Kenya.
Now, he might have been scared a little bit, but we know this can't stop him. So maybe what has happened today will, because I hear that the fire that has been lit by Gachagua ahead of his tour of the northeastern counties is crazy.
This government does not take human life seriously. For a young man in Kenya, if they are not killing you in the streets, they are tear gassing you in church or killing you with thirst and hunger in the north.
I'm actually told that Nurdin Haji with his NIS team has already issued a warning to the president not to go to the north.
I, Nurdin Mohammed Haji.
I hear it's all because of Gachagua. Apparently, his explosive speech may have done a bigger damage than we expected.
So that is why I called this press conference to ask President William Ruto before he goes to the north to prepare these answers for the people of northern Kenya, because it is immoral to cheat populations.
Now, let's talk about it. Now, before we get to the video, I just want to thank you guys so much for getting us 40,000 subscribers. It's been a journey, it's been a dream. We thank you so much. Now, I want to renew my commitment to you guys that I'm always going to do the best research. I'm going to always make you the best videos, give you the best reports so that you know what is happening around the country. It takes long hours to research, long hours to edit, long hours to compile these clips. Now, of late, I've been asked to give you guys a till number that you can support this channel. Now we have that till number. No amount is too little, no amount is too big. It goes a long way to make sure that we put in the right amount of hours and research into this video so that we can give you the best reports. Thank you so much. Now let's get to the video.
Sasa tuelekee katika kikao cha chama cha DCP ambapo kinara wa chama hicho Rigathi Gachagua anazungumza hivi sasa.
Now today Rigathi Gachagua held a press conference, a national address, and he focused on one thing only.
As President William Ruto tours the food insecure and water stressed north from tomorrow.
You see, tomorrow, William Ruto is scheduled to tour the northeastern Kenya. That is Garissa, that is Wajir, that is Mandera.
The people of northern Kenya are Kenyans. Their children are Kenyan children.
The purpose of the tour? To launch the Nyota Fund. Money ranging around 22,500 per youth. Gachagua called it what it is.
In any case, the whole essence of touring the north is little on Nyota program, but to sanitize the corrupt leaders who have failed the people of northern Kenya.
Because, let's be honest, the cost of logistics, that is security, convoys, events, all of that cost more than the money that is going to be given out.
I don't understand why it feels like every time you guys are launching Nyota, because there's always a razzmatazz around it. The president has to be there. We rarely see you. It's always the president who has to be there. And if a function is about it's presidential, then look at the budget. The event has to be about 100 million with logistics. So who exactly gets to pay for this? Where does this money come from? Is it the public purse? Is it from the Nyota grant? We need accountability on that.
So the question becomes, who is this really for? Is it for the youth or is it for Ruto's 2027 bid?
Where drought continues to tighten its grip, just as families prepare for the holy month of Ramadan.
Now, here is where it gets serious. Northeastern Kenya is not just struggling. It is facing severe drought, famine, hunger. People have not harvested food. Families are starving. People are dying. Their animals are dying. They are selling goods for as cheap as 1,000 bob, 500 shillings.
No parent should ever have to watch their child sleep hungry. These voices from the north are not mere statistics. They are the living conscience of our nation, calling us to act with urgency and humanity.
And in the middle of all this, the president is coming to launch a fund. Not food, not water, not emergency relief. It's a political project. Gachagua called it what it is. shameless.
The Nyota program is a World Bank program happening in other African countries like Angola, Mozambique, Nigeria, Senegal, Benin, Togo. Yet we have not seen their presidents turn this into re-election campaign rallies across their countries.
And many Kenyans now find themselves asking, how do you campaign in a region where the people are actually dying of hunger?
Mr. William Ruto, as you go to dance on the podiums in the north this week starting from tomorrow, do not forget to tell the people of the north why only less than 35% of the population have access to basic, clean, and safe drinking water.
Gachagua did not stop there.
Mr. William Ruto in the north, over 850,000 school-going children did not attend school last year. Mr. William Ruto, the schools in the north have no classrooms, no laboratories, no teachers. In Mandera County, half of all women give birth at home without a nurse or a medical doctor. Only 6% of children aged 12 to 23 months are fully vaccinated. I do not know whether you understand what this means to the future of the North and Kenya. Does this prick your humanity, if at all any is left as you head to the North?
Do you imagine he compiled a list of all the projects in the northeastern Kenya that the president has promised and he never delivered? He called it a cocktail of lies.
And because, William Ruto, you are part of the mess in the north through lies and fake promises, please, before you make other promises starting tomorrow, note that the promises you have made to the north in the last 3 years are running into trillions of shillings burdened in lies. We take the trouble to remind you some of them.
From roads to water, development, projects that are overdue by years, still unfinished, still undelivered. Then came the hardest accusation, that the president is actually working with and is friends with leaders from the region that have stolen billions from their own people, denying them projects, money that never turned into development.
The leaders of northern Kenya who cannot account for Kenya shillings 1 trillion since devolution in 2013 are quiet and enjoying luxury in Nairobi as their people in the north continue to suffer from hunger and anguish. Garissa County records the highest maternal deaths in the country, with 247 women per every 1,000 dying during childbirth. Your closest friend and partner, Aden Duale, is the CS for Health, and he comes from Garissa. Tell him to explain this phenomena to the people of Garissa and the north.
In that one press conference, Gachagua made the president look so bad in the eyes of the northeastern public that, according to sources, even NIS is now worried. I hear that the national intelligence briefings are actually warning that the northeastern Kenya is going to be too hostile to the president. Think about that. This comes just days after Nairobi booed him.
Ngoja.
A city where he has been traditionally received very well, especially after he shook hands with Ruto. Now he's planning to go to a region that has been angry for weeks.
He was right. Yes. He was Ruto. Right. Yes. He is not a false man. Yes. Because he has said what is happening and what is doing our leaders. Yes. Our leaders. Yes. There's no roads. Yes. There's no better school for our students. Yes. There is no enough security. Yes. Everything is anti-clockwise.
A region where the people lack even the most basic needs. I hear that water and electricity over there is a dream. So here's the question. If Ruto is planning to go to northeastern Kenya, despite knowing how hostile it is he really listening to the intelligence, or is he just acting to protect his ego?
Between 4th and 7th February 2025, William Ruto toured Mandera, Wajir, Isiolo, Marsabit, and Garissa counties, and as usual made a cocktail of promises, deceit, and open lies, as he'll be doing in the next 3 days as he heads to the north.
Now, knowing William Ruto, he may still go. Hard-headed, defiant, he has done it before. You remember when he was being told that do not step into Central Province, and he still went even though it was very hostile for him. He survived on optics. He paid money, a lot of money. He stage managed crowds. And yes, it is said that the politicians from northeastern Kenya usually pay the people a lot of money, and the people usually take the money, and then they are left with hunger. And I suppose that is the exact same thing that William Ruto is going to do. But even bought crowds cannot silence anger forever. Deep down, William Ruto knows that he is not liked. That is why he keeps buying audiences, because the real ground is actually very hostile.
Hamuwezi kutisha serikali ya Kenya. Sikizeni vizuri. Munanielewa?
So, Gachagua has now armed the region with questions. Gachagua has armed the region with questions. Where are the projects you promised us? Where are the projects you promised us? Why are they 2 years overdue? Why are leaders rich while the people, which is we ordinary people, wananchi, starving? And are you here to help, or are you here to lie again?
We wanted to tell William Ruto as he goes to the north, the problem of northern Kenya is a problem of accountability. Theft of public resources by leaders that he wines and dines with.
So the final question is, will the president listen to NIS and do what is best for his safety, or is his 2027 campaign more important than his safety? That remains to be seen.
I would like to ask him to carry food and water for the people of northern Kenya.
One thing is clear, the ground is shifting, the anger is real, and the optics are failing.
He is going to be with those leaders in military choppers, blowing dust and wind to hungry population with no water and food.
So let me ask you, according to your own view, should Ruto go to the northeastern Kenya tomorrow? And if he does, is launching Nyota Fund during a famine, during a drought, really top of the priority? And assuming that he chooses to go ahead to go and also launch the Nyota Fund, do you think that is leadership or provocation? Tell me in the comment section and subscribe.